Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, the podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. I'm your host, Samuel. That's right. Today, I am your host, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Spiffy Steffi. How you doing?
Hello, hi, it's me.
It is you. And Larissa. Oh, wait. There is no Larissa because she has lost her voice.
Oof.
That's right. I've been searching everywhere. I called the FBI, the CIA, Sherlock Holmes, DuckTales, the Great Mouse Detective. We're on the hunt. We're trying to find it. So if everybody could look in their couch cushions and like that spot between the car seat and the like console in your car where things get lost sometimes, and in the dryer, that'd be great. We'll try to find that.
Uh-huh.
However, we don't want to leave you with just two hosts because that'd be ridiculous. Be
Yeah.
absolutely asinine. Instead, we have joining us today for the first time in podcasting history, specifically on Shifting Tones, is a guest host. That's
Woo!
right. Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for cheering. Our guest host today is a streamer, a content creator, an all-around fantastic person. Is a close personal friend of mine and a friend of the internet. It is R0cketman, aka Tom, Tommy, whatever you want to call him. Welcome aboard, Tom.
Well, thank you. I know you just picked me off the street, but you don't have to be that generous to me.
Yes, well, I had to give you somewhere to stay because you were looking a little dusty.
Ooh, touche.
So, how's it going? Welcome aboard, man. So glad to have our first guest ever on the podcast.
First guest.
First guest.
No, this is exciting. I've always wanted to be on a podcast, and honestly, you're just fulfilling another dream in my content creating chapter. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Sorry, it's at the expense of Larissa, so I do apologize for that. I hope she's feeling better.
Look, I voted out Steph, but somehow Larissa got voted out, so
wow.
it is what it is.
Man.
As if I had a vote.
No, you wouldn't have. That's the best part. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll spread the good word to her. She'll probably listen to this once it comes out. But yeah, I mean, besides good health, what's new in your guys' life? Sans, content creation specifically. Just what's going on? Anything new? Anything you want to talk about? Tell me about.
Bro, I'm so cold. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. I'm freezing. I've been so cold like this whole week. I literally have been wearing mittens at my computer every day.
Now, are you wearing mittens or gloves?
Okay, gloves, I should say. But
okay, I was gonna say,
but they're
mittens,
kind of like half.
Work?
No, but they're like half C's, right?
Why
so
would
they're
mittens work though?
Well, they're like the ones, they're like fingerless gloves, but then they have a little part on top that
they have like the little hat.
Yeah, so they can be mittens.
Right, but mittens wouldn't work because if they're just mittens, it's just a big blob of fingers together. You wouldn't be able to hit a single key.
Yeah, but I can still use a mouse.
That's fair. I'm always really impressed when people have the really long, like, manicured fingernails and they're typing. Because I'm like, I just couldn't do that. I would hit too many keys.
That's me right now.
Yeah, I can't figure out how y'all do that. It's impressive and very terrifying at the same time.
It's no big deal. You just kind of learn to live with it.
I think I'm gonna start. Oh,
do you ever stab like cheeses with them?
Oh, yeah, like bugles. Yeah.
Cheeses? Cheese?
Yeah, like little cube cheese. Like, do you ever stab like long fingernails?
I was like, what?
To like start eating them.
No,
that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Because it gets under my nail, and then that's like gross. And you have to like wash your hands.
That sounds like a you problem.
I guess I'm envious. I don't have nails, so that's a whole different story.
But no, it's just I've been so cold. It's been freezing, and the only good thing because it's been so cold is that I got a snow day today, so I don't have to go into work.
What?
Nice.
Yes, I was so excited.
That's
so privileged.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Snow day, Christmas break, summer vacation. Do you even work stuff?
Yes, I do. Probably twice as hard as you do.
Oh, no way. Ooh. No, teachers work 10 times as hard as pretty much the rest of regular society. I mean, obviously, like doctors and nurses and teachers and stuff, but yeah, you guys got it tough.
That's facts. That's facts.
Tom, what's going on with you? I know you've been really into the NFL playoffs lately. You've been watching a lot of that. How you feeling after some hard losses and some exciting wins, though?
The one loss that hurt the most was the Browns. I was expecting a lot better. Being a Cleveland fan. It just you would hope that they played better, but I've spun my how would I word it? I spun the despair and agony and turned it into something fun through content creating. And it honestly, the last 2 weeks for content creation for me actually blown up really quick. At the
Oh.
start of the year, I probably had like maybe 1,100 followers on TikTok, and then in the span of like 2 weeks, it grew to like 1,800.
Nice.
And it's really
Ooh.
just one TikTok that blew up for me and got like 500,000 views on TikTok, and it got over 1 million views on Instagram Reels. So that's been very exciting.
Over a
But
million views?
yeah, it's
Wow.
wild. I don't know how to handle it yet. It's new to me because I'm lucky if I get anything over 1,000 views, but it's been pretty wild. And all it is I still live in my childhood. That's basically the my life in a nutshell.
Right.
So I used a clip from SpongeBob, and it was the salty spittoon clip,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
and I moshed it with current NFL playoff teams. The one that hit off the most was my interpretation of the AFC North playoff teams because three of them made it: the Ravens, the Browns, and the Steelers. And I had to show my love and appreciation to all the Steeler fans by making them SpongeBob as trying to get into the playoffs. So
And that didn't
it's
work out so well
Okay.
for them.
no, it didn't. Well, I can't even talk because the Browns didn't make it past the wild card
That's
weekend.
true.
So,
That's true.
but no, it's been fun. It's been exciting, but it's been almost annoying because I don't know how to handle that kind of lifestyle yet. So maybe
And
I'll
you know
get better.
what? People who just like laugh at or like snicker at a million views or like 2,000 followers. Listen, this is not easy what we do,
Mm-hmm.
specifically what Rockman and Spiffy do. um but content creation
Ugh.
and streaming and influencing, if that's what you want to call it, is extremely tough and extremely hard to get into. A lot of people who get into it are lucky or have money. Um so this is fantastic. I remember one of our close friends, they own a business, and it was like their first ever TikTok they posted got like, oh, what was it, Steph, do you remember how many views it was?
It
Like
was like 10 million on
it was like
TikTok
10
or
million
something. Or
views.
like it
Yeah,
That
got
and
up
is
to that.
awesome.
yeah, a couple 100,000 likes or something like that. It was something ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah.
it went viral, and I mean they still get like tens of thousands of views per video usually. It just, some of them take off more than others. It really
Mm-hmm.
depends. It's so random.
It
um
is because like I think what frustrates me the most is that I'll spend like a good amount of time doing like a small video edit or whatever, trying to get like, you know what, this makes sense, like I love it, and then it doesn't do crap, and I'm like, oh, okay, like,
right,
oh well,
it's
it
tough,
is what it
yeah.
is.
But thank you, Tom, for bringing up such a good topic, because that just happens to be today's topic here on Shifting Tones, is content creation slash streaming in general. So not streaming Netflix and Hulu. That's another topic for another day. Um,
Oh,
Thanks for the laugh, stuff. But instead, it is a just streaming in general, content creation. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, whatever your floats your boat. That's what we want to talk about here today. So that's why we have Rockman and Spiffy on, because they are our gurus. They are the eyes in the sky. They do it all. So I just want to get a vibe with you guys, just talk to you guys about it, see where you're at, see how you're feeling about it, and see where like the future is, and just kind of just have a good conversation.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
All
what do you
right.
want to
So,
know?
well, I want to know everything. So yeah, Steph, I'll start with you.
Okay.
So your primary content creation is, besides Shifting Tones, of course, is
Yes.
Twitch, correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
Now I know you've been moving over to YouTube a lot lately.
Trying.
And doing, yes, trying, yes, but your Minecraft videos are very fun to watch. I love putting them on. I get a little notification, and I'm like, okay, I gotta watch Steph's newest video, because I subscribe, so
Oh,
subscribe to Spiffy
thanks.
Steffi. But I enjoy them so much. Now, do you have a lot of fun when you make them, or do you feel like it's a chore?
So I really like editing. I don't like filming videos, which is
Interesting.
I think for a lot of people that's the opposite. I think people really like making videos and not the editing process, but I have more fun like physically putting something together. So I do like editing because I can add like my own personal things that I might think is funny or whatnot. Um
Right.
and basically kind of that Minecraft thing that you're talking about, that was all streamed content from Twitch that I just recorded the videos and then I edited into a YouTube series. So for me, I was like, oh, perfect. I can go live and just take, a video there. Like I don't have to just sit down and make a video. Like it's just a
Two
streamed
birds with one
thing.
stone.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, cool. So that worked for me.
Now, Tommy, you feel the exact opposite, right? You enjoy making the content, but you're not a fan of the editing.
So it's kind of like 50-50 for me. So the way I actually started, I did make a couple videos for another streamer. His name is Titus, for Cross Sign Entertainment. He's actually IRL friend of ours. But I
Correct.
started
Yep.
making videos for him, and those videos actually were my favorite ones that I ever made. And kind of like Spiffy, I really enjoyed the editing process. I thought you
Okay.
can add your own creative style to it, but I think the hardest part is just trying to find the time to do all the editing,
Mm-hmm.
because like Spiffy, I also stream on Twitch, but then I record those videos and I have a backlog a mile long of videos that I want to make with all the recordings, and it's just sitting in a big external hard drive right now.
Yep.
So that's kind of the extent of it. But what I end up doing is anything that I stream, I just upload unedited to my I call it my video on demand, my VOD channel. So then instead of having all the recordings like kind of saved for like 2 weeks on Twitch, I just have it saved forever on YouTube. So
Which
Now
is
that's
common,
interesting.
which is common for streamers to do.
Right. Right. I was just gonna say, I think it's interesting that you know, that in this day and age, like one of the toughest things to handle specifically with this is time management. And I only say that because it's like, oh man, like this would be the dream career is, content creation full time or streaming or whatever. But then you start getting into the nitty and gritty of it of time management, editing, finding the right content, finding the right time to post, making sure that everything's, to a T. And you guys both have full time jobs, and sometimes you have to work late hours or you have meetings and stuff like that. So, I mean, how do you guys handle the time management? Like, how do you handle your stress there?
Oh, my time management's bad. It's
Just
been
straight up.
it's just bad. Because there's stuff that I want to do and then I just either I'm too tired from the day or like I just
Right.
have something else I want to do, or it might just be like, hanging out with my like husband. Like it's hard to pick and choose like your time.
Right.
Just because yeah, it's like a 40-hour week job, and teaching it, the hours fluctuate just because you have after school meetings or parent teacher conferences, different
Of
things
course.
like that, of course. And so it's very varied. um but I try here and there. But I know I put a lot of extra stuff for my stuff because, as Sam, you mentioned before with my editing and that series on my YouTube, I have made it a goal to subtitle every one of my videos, which adds a whole extra layer of editing.
Oh yeah, and sometimes you do it in Spanish too, so
Uh huh. If I speak Spanish in the
double
part,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a
which
lot.
honestly, that's honestly like that is, I commend you so much for doing that,
Thank you.
because that is just a whole nother level. And I know I'm not the most what I don't enunciate well enough, and I'm trying to get better at public speaking, which is actually why I started streaming and
Aw.
trying to just
That's
become
awesome.
better at talking to the community in public and everything else. I just want to sound smarter is really what it comes down to. So if I could avoid the ums and the ands and the like dead air
Well,
space, like I think I'm doing great.
but yeah,
But
that's a great way to practice, honestly, because when you listen back to hearing yourself on a recording, you're like, oh, I do really sound like that, huh? Like you pick up on a lot, and I really have picked up on how I speak when I subtitle my own voice,
Oh yeah.
because the way that I speak is like a teacher. I take a lot of pauses, but it makes sense because I will say I'm an ESL teacher in particular, which is, for those of you who may not know, an English as a second language. So I work with people.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was gonna
sorry,
guess. I was gonna
spoiled it.
guess like
Spoiled it.
egg
Uh
salad
huh.
cover.
No, but it's I work with people whose English is not their first language. So the way that I speak is to allow for people to process how I say things in English.
Right.
So I speak with a lot of pauses. I really try to enunciate words properly. And I was like realizing that when I subtitled my videos, and I was like, oh, dang, I really do that, huh?
It's funny you say that because throughout high school I did Model United Nations, and then I continued it after high school as a volunteer. But that was one thing that like really brought me out of my shell. I was a pretty outgoing kid a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times. Then I did Model UN, so I had to do public speaking. But one thing I noticed the most is now that I have this podcast and we're recording, I do a lot of the editing in the aftermath, and I notice I say more than anything. I notice Larissa says like a lot, and I
Mm-hmm.
notice you take pauses. So it's like these things that I'm noticing, and I'm like, okay, we're all fairly well spoken, but we all have our little quirks that make it interesting.
And that's like just based on your personality and who you listen to, who you grew up listening to, all those type of things.
I
But
grew up
yeah.
listening to Tommy.
Ooh, wow! If that's how you're gonna go with this, Bo, you had a rough childhood, sir.
Mistakes were made.
Major mistakes.
That's right.
But I do like,
Um,
Tommy, that you said you kind of got into putting yourself out there to help improve your speech. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like I would, and I know it takes a long time to build like a community, at least building a community that like will actually join in conversation on stream. But
Mm-hmm.
like there's so many streams where it's just me talking to the ether, and it's just like,
right.
oh my Lanta, how can I just, I'm pretty much talking to myself at this point. It's like I'm talking to like spirit A and then the devil on my shoulder B or whatever, and I'm just having my own little conversations the entire stream just so I have something that's not boring on the VODs channel. So
One of the
Okay.
things I am absolutely horrible about that I want to try to get better in 2022 is
What?
when my friends or Jesus, 2022.
I
Oh
was
my
like,
god,
what?
skip a couple years. Sorry. 2024. Wow, yeah.
Tim's a
2020
time
was a rough
traveler. We
year.
didn't tell you this, but
Hey, 2 years like pretty much didn't happen, or 3 years pretty much didn't happen.
Oh,
2020,
Lord.
2021, 2022. Anyways, 2024 is watching my friends and people I enjoy streaming more uh you know fluidly. Like try to have a notification on my phone set up so that when you guys go live, I watch it because I love supporting you guys. And I just it's not that I'm like, oh, Tommy's streaming, whatever. It's just I either don't look at my phone, I'm doing something else, or like I don't even think about it. It's
You're
just
out there touching grass. I mean, you got a life.
yeah, I put
yeah,
grass in my basement just so I could touch it. Um, but
Jesus.
no, it's not that. No, it's like I want to watch you guys, and it's not that like, like I said, Spiffy's recording, whatever. I find your guys' streams so interesting, and I love interacting with you guys. So that's just something I want to try to get better at. But one question I had, Tommy, you already answered, was what made you get into streaming? And so, Tommy, for you, it was trying to get better at public speaking. But Steph, what got you into it?
It was definitely like the tail end of COVID. I think I was just like finding stuff to do. And before COVID, I was such a huge like YouTube watcher.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was very avid like fan of that and watching different things. And I watched a lot of Let's Plays growing up in high school and also just a lot of like Minecraft content. So that just has never left. And then I just started, seeing more and more things about streamers with Minecraft in particular. So I gave it a try and then I fell down the rabbit hole and here I am.
It's
I
funny.
I was gonna say real quick. I liked it so much that I wanted to try it myself. So that's kind of how it
Absolutely.
happened.
That's wonderful.
Cool. That's
Um,
awesome.
it's funny you say that because like I knew what YouTube was, and like I would every once in a while watch a video growing up, like in high school or freshman year of college or whatever. But it wasn't until I met you and our group of friends that we met in school that I
Hmm.
actually started watching YouTube. Before that, I was like, oh, that's where the dancing video is, that the guy that does all the dances, or the Charlie bit my finger,
That's
or
crazy.
or oh, that's where that the Psy guy did Gangnam Style. Like, it wasn't like another app to me. It wasn't like a social media. Like, I had MySpace and Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, Tumblr, whatever. But YouTube was just like a background for me, which is wild because, like, had I gone into it at the time I did, I don't know, maybe I would be doing content creation. Who knows?
That's crazy
Tommy,
to
were
think
you
about.
were you ever a big YouTube guy?
To an extent, honestly, it wasn't until I got into college where I actually
Right?
found more friend. Like it was kind of like you. It was just finding that friend group that's like, oh, have you seen this video? Oh, have you seen that video? And then you just go down the rabbit hole of all these videos that they watch, and then you kind of bond over that, and then you have all your inside jokes based on those videos. So
Right.
really, it wasn't until college, or at least until I left home, that I started watching more YouTube. And I don't know about you, Spiffy, but when you started, did you ever wish that you started sooner?
Yes and no. I've always kind of had that. I mean, I did have like even more success than I have now. I had a YouTube channel in high school with my friend at the time. Stop. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I know
I've
you
seen
know
it.
it.
Oh yeah.
It literally has, I think it's like 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. A couple of videos had over well, one had like 300,000 views, like uh
Absolutely wild.
but it was an anime cosplay channel when I was in high school. And
Nerd.
I know, right? So I would just like film videos. Her and I, we just filmed sketches, like just whatever in costume, right? And we were these anime characters. Well, it got to the point where we were invited to an anime convention to attend a panel as the characters, and then we would get recognized at anime conventions from the videos.
That's
They're
awesome.
like, "Are you from the
That's
like?"
sweet.
They were like, "Did you make this video?" And mind you, I'm like 16 at the time, you know, and like
Right.
people just come up and be like, Are you the two people that did this video, you know?" So it's just kind of like odd but fun. But I've never, that was my peak.
Also, being a 16-year-old into anime at that time was not considered like the norm or cool like it is today. You were like the
Oh yeah,
outcast.
You
no,
were an
it was
OG,
yeah.
pioneer.
That's right.
um, it just helped. I will say it is embarrassing to say, but I did read my Naruto fan fiction on this podcast, so maybe it's not that embarrassing to say. But it was
That was
for
a good episode. It wasn't that as
thank
bad
you.
as you thought.
Okay, that's good.
I thought
That's
it was
good.
going to be
That's
a
good
train
hearing it
wreck,
from
but it was
someone else.
hilarious.
No, it was for, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's with the anime Hetalia.
I only know about it specifically because of your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I've never watched it before, but I understand it's about like countries, right?
The personification of countries during World War II, which
Oh,
sounds
specifically World War II.
crazy, which sounds wild, but just look it up later.
Wait, is that like Fruits Baskets is the personification of fruits?
The Zodiac.
Oh, same thing.
animals.
The Zodiac Killer himself, Ted
No.
Cruz.
Whoa.
I've seen it in public once, and I've seen it online multiple times. But I still want to get one of my own. Is the bumper sticker of Ted Cruz that says "This man ain't my son."
Oh.
I want that at some point. So now you guys, like I said, Twitch, YouTube. Do you guys have a preferred platform, or is there anywhere you're trying to maybe grow to this year or in the near future that you want to try to expand your audience to, dip your feet in a little bit?
Tommy, you can go first.
Sure.
Mr. Rocket Man.
Whoa.
Whoa. So honestly, like I've been contemplating like potentially live streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, nothing wrong with Twitch, and if that's your preferred platform, by all means, go for it. I just seen like a lot of my favorite content creators go from Twitch to YouTube and seen like their growth exponentially go. And I'm hoping maybe as I get more of my videos posted, like I'll grow that platform and then feel more comfortable enough to make that push. But really, right now, I just want to kind of see more growth, even if it's just like doubling my average viewers from like 1 to 2 every stream. I'll be pretty happy about that in all
Right.
seriousness. But so Sam, if you actually fulfill your New Year's resolution of watching my streams every now and then, that you might actually just fulfill my dream this year. So
Ooh.
Absolutely. Hey, I helped you get to that Twitch. What's it called?
the
Partnership? Not
affiliate.
partnership.
Affiliate.
Yeah,
The
affiliate.
Yeah. No, you definitely did. I greatly appreciate that because now I'm just making money off of the ads that I keep playing for nobody. So
Heck yeah. Bring it in, baby. Bring in that money.
yep, all of like a hundredth of a penny, so I'll take
Heck
it.
yeah. What about you, Steph?
Which do I prefer, like YouTube or Twitch?
Yeah, or is there anywhere
Or
you're
where?
trying to grow to this year? Like try to like test out the waters, maybe
Um,
short
I'm
form
trying.
content or
I'm trying to put a little more focus on YouTube with certain things, but I'm just trying to actually like just do more cuz like well, it was hard because like I got married and then it was like Christmas time, so like I kind of had like a small like 2-month hiatus from streaming, so I'm trying to get back into it. Um
right.
and have it be more consistent, but I want to have enough time so I can edit, videos and stuff. But I feel like just with Twitch as a general platform, it is extremely hard for people to see growth on that platform.
Mm.
Right.
And I believe it was Ludwig that had said this. If not, it was another content creator, a bigger one who knows a lot. But they said it's better to kind of grow an audience elsewhere. And if like Twitch is like your ultimate like kind of place you want to be, then bring, your community to Twitch and you'll
Okay.
find more success that way.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Which is very fascinating because it is. I mean, it's very hard to be noticed on Twitch and to grow
Right.
there. Now, I don't know much about YouTube streaming per se, but I do know that it is quite common. Of course, it's like one of Twitch's competitors in the streaming
Mhm.
aspect. The only thing that I notice about it though is I don't like the UI, like yeah, I don't like the
User interface.
yes, I don't like
I would
how
agree
it's
with
set
that.
up on YouTube. I really think Twitch is a lot more like friendly for a first timer to use. Like for me, it was so easy. Like when I first started watching people on Twitch, you feel it just feels easier to use. And then
Right.
the other part of it is I don't think there's any way on YouTube, and correct me if I'm wrong if you know, but I
Okay.
don't know anywhere where you can just look up to see who's streaming on YouTube. I think you have to be subscribed to them, right? To see that
That's a
they're live.
good question.
I
Um,
think you're I think you're absolutely correct because the people that I follow on YouTube are people I'm subscribed to, and that's when I see them go live is through my notifications on my phone. So, but sometimes there's like suggested like videos that will pop up, and like if it has a red box on it that indicates that they're live. But
But
to
is
your
it
point,
common
though,
that it's live videos are recommended on YouTube? I feel like more it's just
uh,
videos.
I
yeah, I
mean,
think
I
you're
think it
right though.
depends on who you follow and like what they do. Like, um, there was, like I'll be like on YouTube and all of a sudden I'll see like, nobody's live except for Ludwig. He's
Hmm.
doing his like top 3,000 candy bars or something. I don't know, but I mean, if you go to YouTube Live, it pretty much just gives you what's popular right now, and so I
Mm.
think you have to
But I feel like
either have
they're go ahead.
an algorithm or something. Like I don't know if it's just like there's no filter that I'm seeing. Like I'm on it right now and I think you pretty much just have to search for what you want, which is absolutely bonkers.
So when I go into like my YouTube homepage, for example, there is a live tab at the very like top that's like very small to see. Like there's just a line of like words that's like horizontal, but then on the left hand side you can scroll all the way down to the explore area, and then there's a live part. And but they're
Mhm.
same thing, they're just here's some featured live streams going on, and guess what,
Right.
kind of like what you said, they're gonna be the more popular ones, or
Yeah.
maybe they're ones from not even recommended really though. But it's I feel like YouTube, like I said, it's just not as set up nice. Cause like on Twitch, if I'm like really interested in a certain game, like say for example, I want to look up someone who's streaming Stardew Valley, I can
Right.
just kind of go to the browse area, and guess what? All the categories are listed there. So I just need to scroll down to Stardew Valley or whatever
Right. It's probably
that
just
I want to
something that
watch. Yeah.
they need to work on, or that maybe they're like, hey, this works for us. Like it gets the views that need the views, and the people that aren't, like, well, you better sub to them. I don't know. It's interesting. I do think the specific platform itself and trying to decide what platform is very interesting. I pulled up some statistics on streaming,
Ooh.
Okay.
and so something I found interesting is that let's see, what was the biggest one? 44% of viewers say they watch less TV as a result of live streaming. Um, so this is from Blogging Wizard, but they cite all their sources individually too. Um, So the global live stream market is estimated to reach over $247 billion by 2027, which
Wow.
I know it's a big number, but in my head I'm like, oh, I assumed it was already there. I don't
And
know
that's
because of how big of it is.
and
Like,
that's just live streaming in general, like on the internet, not like streaming platforms, right?
yeah, specifically. So I don't think that includes. I think this is specifically talking about like video games and stuff. Like, I don't think it's talking about like YouTube or like Netflix and Hulu. I think it's specifically like
Okay.
streaming, like playing,
Gotcha.
which massive. But it's just interesting. Like, so Twitch obviously dominates the market right now.
Mhm.
But Facebook is growing really fast, which kind of surprised me. YouTube
Yeah.
gaming and even TikTok gaming. I mean, like TikTok live. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
noticed specifically Ninja. He'll pop up every once in a while on my TikTok, and I'm like, that's crazy. He's probably live on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. He's probably live on all of them right now, simultaneously streaming at the same time. If legally he's allowed to, but he's like spreading his audience so wide, casting such a wide net.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's smart, but like, you got to figure, okay, where's the market? Who's watching you the most? Should I be doing TikTok live or should I be doing YouTube live or Twitch or Kick or whatever? So I find that very, very interesting. 70% of Twitch viewers donate to streamers that they like. So that's huge because that's one of
Mhm.
those things I have a hard time with personally. And I know I joke around with you, Steph. I said, okay, I'll officially subscribe to you once you play Halo 2 campaign all the way through
Uh-huh.
because I just want to watch that. And I mean, that's another thing I'm going to try to do this year. Is subscribe to both of you. So maybe even right after I hop off here, I'm going to subscribe to both of you because
Oh.
I want to try to get better. Like I said, at supporting my peers, my friends, and be a better content consumer to the content creators.
Oh, you should wait till either one of us go live though, and you get a fun little notification.
Okay, we'll go live.
Honestly,
So
I'll one up you, bud. You don't even have to sub to me if you just watch and talk with me on stream. I think
Aw,
that
look at him.
that and that would be much better from my personal standpoint. I'm I'm not where I want to be yet as like a content creator or a streamer to validate like, hey, you should use your Twitch Prime or whatever. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
Mhm.
that would be awesome, but I'm not gonna like. I don't want people to feel like they have to subscribe to my channel to support me because this is really just a fun hobby and it's helping me grow as a person as well. So I'd rather just get the viewer count up. So I'll save you that $5 a month. How
now
about
he's
that?
saying that, but he just sent me a Venmo request for $20 saying, please watch my YouTube videos.
You're
I'm just
supposed
kidding.
to keep that a secret.
um, so I had another question for you guys.
Mhm.
And so as small content creators, what is one piece of advice that you would want to give anybody who is looking to start out or who is also small that is looking to, grow or expand or just come out of their shell a little bit? Do you guys have a piece of advice, Tommy?
Um, honestly, so when I first started, and I was trying to just get affiliate, like I was spamming Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, to just find like those communities. I'll be like, hey, like put your whatever on here and like each other's posts and like each other's follow each other on Twitter, whatever platform,
Right.
help your community grow. And I'm like, I like from a number standpoint, like I know it's not much, but on Twitch, I actually have like 400 followers, but like
That's awesome.
none of them follow up. You know what I mean? Like none of them
Mhm.
Right,
actually
right,
like
right.
follow through with it. It was just me to get a number so I can potentially earn something off of this.
Right.
So like as much of a grind as it would have been if I didn't do that, I would have much rather did it that way because then I think I would have found like-minded people that would have like actually followed me all the way through. So maybe that might be the one advice. Otherwise, I'm still learning a lot myself, so I'm not sure how much help I could be.
No, it's good. I appreciate that. And I think that's important is like trying to, reach out to others that are in the community, like you said, and like just try to support each other and hope that they support you in return. You're not specifically asking them like, hey, where are you? Why aren't you watching me? I have 400 subscribers. But it's like every little bit helps.
Man, if I had 400 subs, I'd be doing
Oh,
something.
sorry,
today.
followers. My bad.
Followers, yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're good.
My
You're
bad.
thinking YouTube terms. I knew what
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say.
yeah.
I think like it's just pretty much it's just like why do you want to do it even in the first place? Like if you're
Mhm.
Wow.
well, it is. It's true because it's like
Why bother?
well,
Throw it all
no,
away.
because you can lose motivation real quick. Like if
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
because like for example, like I've been streaming for 2 years, but have I seen much growth? No, but I still like streaming because I like talking with people and I like just playing Minecraft and Animal Crossing. So it's like that's why I do it type of thing too, and just to
Mhm.
I don't know, it's just a fun little thing to de-stress. I never play video games, but I'll do it if I'm streaming. So I'm like, okay, well, that's an excuse for me to play video games, I guess then.
Right.
Um,
It's actually funny that you say that because that's what I do to de-stress as well, is just play video games. And why not kill two birds with one stone kind of deal and talk to the internet while I play a video game that I'm passionate about. So
right?
I totally
Yeah.
get that.
And then yeah, I think it's just like uh you just gotta find what you like. I've never I don't know, I'm very bad about like reaching out to people. I just kind of it's just so hard with like my schedule.
Right,
And
right.
Hmm.
I feel that sometimes it's very hard because my I don't want to say like morals are different, but I feel very in a sense different from a lot of other content creators. Maybe it's because I'm a teacher and for me it's like the most important thing is going to be teaching and my job
Of
because I
course.
have kids, literal kids who depend on me and
Hmm.
I am their role model. Like so for me, like, I'm hopefully I like to think I'm helping them and making a positive impact in their lives. So for me, I'm like, oh, sorry kids, I can't come to work today because I gotta film this video or something. Like, I don't know. So it's
Kids, I'm playing Minecraft.
right.
Calm down.
It's
I'm
been a
working on my passion piece. Get the way.
it's been a good way at least to though connect with kids because
Right.
all the kids are on social media and being involved in that community has been super helpful and insightful when working in a school because guess what, I've seen the stuff that they watch and I can have a better connection.
Hmm.
um
Absolutely.
but it is very hard to say like collaborate or do things like that because I'm just like I got such a weird schedule.
Right. Now, I think that's a great point you brought up is like just knowing what you want to do and like write your goals down. Try to like give yourself the reason that you're doing this. Like don't just go into it be like, I want to be a streamer and then just start doing it. Like make sure it's something that you want to do that you enjoy and you don't get burnt out on. Um yeah, I think about Matt Pat. I don't know if either of you have seen his latest video.
Yeah.
He's a if you don't know, he's a huge YouTuber. He does game theory, film theory, I don't TV theory, music theory, whatever. I don't know, a ton of them. And he's been on YouTube for a very, very long time. And he just put out a leaving YouTube video where he's pretty much cheering up the whole time because like this was his life. He's built such an audience and such a following and helped a lot of people, but it's just taken so much of his personal life. Like he's just wanting to spend time with his wife and kid. So like I totally get that. But make sure, I mean, he's been doing it for 20 years. So make sure it's something that you want to do for that long, if not longer. And but if you decide it's something you're not into, then you just move along and continue your life. But don't get so worked up over if you don't get the followers or if you don't get the subs or if you don't get the viewers. Like just keep working hard. And I think that's something that everybody can do in everyday life.
The biggest thing that I saw is like you got to take it as like a little snowball. Like it's not going
Hmm.
to get bigger unless you keep pushing that snowball. Like
Right.
and then it's just
Absolutely.
luck if there's enough snow along the way.
Totally agree there. That's kind of that's literally probably what happened with like the most recent videos I posted on my TikTok and Instagram. It's like I think it was just the perfect storm too, because
Mhm.
it was just okay. Like my 2 year old brain or whatever, it's like, oh, I like SpongeBob. I'll be Patrick right now. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm watching football, and like literally, it's just like almost like a Jimmy Neutron brain
Brain
blast.
blast. Yeah.
Exactly. So it was just like two thoughts come together, and I was like, if it does great, cool. If it does better, great. And then it did amazing. And I was like, shit. I was like, damn it. So I kind of piggybacking one off both of you guys said, there's definitely have to be a passion about it, and trying not to get burned out is a huge aspect of it because 9 times out of 10, I'm getting burned out just from normal everyday life. So then trying to be passionate about something into streaming as well and trying to give it 110% too is also another task as well, I guess.
Right.
That kind of goes back to time management as well, but that's a whole different, yeah.
So you brought up a good point, Tom. I wanted to touch on, since we're talking about streaming and content creation, is short form content. It's something that is growing very rapidly, and it seems that everybody's trying to get in the game. Facebook Reels with Instagram Reels and TikToks and YouTube Shorts, and Twitter's probably got something I don't know about, and whatever else. But it's like that niche is so huge right now, and it's weird to call it a niche, but it is because nobody's really blown up in the shorts or TikTok, community that they're the Mr. Beast or the what's that big one, T series or Ryan's Toys or whatever. There's not that person. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was Charlie D'Amelio and Bella Porch,
Yeah.
Bella, the girl that does the faces thing, and
Mm-hmm.
some other people. But so I think it's very interesting in that it's like kind of this not untapped market, but like, hey, it's something that could be broken into. And so Tommy, like you just mentioned, you kind of recently broke into that a little bit, and you've kind of had some success. So did you want to touch on that a little bit more? I know you've talked about it, but I didn't know if there's anything else you wanted to bring up.
Um, Honestly, it's wild how perfect timing you need for those shorts to actually like blow up. Because what I'm finding more and more is that so the one video I made like a week ago, and I'm still getting comments on it of people that think I made it yesterday, and I'm like, no, this is not how it works. Just even look at some of the comments, like they're a week old. Like, just leave me alone. And then
Stop attacking me.
yeah, exactly. Because heaven forbid I bash their team. I think so. Sorry, going a little word vomit here, but like the thing that really like I impressed myself a little bit in the videos that I made recently because they were almost like prediction videos.
Right.
Um, and I literally got all NFL teams right except for the Cowboys because I put them as like the tough guy, even though they were a first round exit. But again, it's just wild that so many people are commenting the Cowboys shouldn't be there. Blah blah. Blah. Why did he sneak in the
Right.
Cowboys? Like, bro, I didn't. Leave me alone. I based it off their regular season, and they were dominant. Shut up.
Bad timing.
Yes, exactly.
So timing is key. Interesting. Okay, so Steph, do you have any quick quips on short form content that you'd like to address, bring up?
That's something I don't really do. Like I don't know. I don't watch short form content myself. I try to stay away from TikTok cuz I know it can be a time sink.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just on your personal life. Like I'm so sorry, Sam, but every time you send me TikToks, I haven't even like looked at them.
Oh, but they're all so trashy,
No,
Steph. They're all
they
so
are.
horrible.
And I'm like, I'd rather do something else. Like um
No, but I send you the ones about like Sonic, like breakdancing,
uh-huh.
and I don't know, the worst garbage I could possibly send you.
Either way, I know that it can be useful, and I have seen stuff before where like streamers can take clips that maybe happen in a stream, and you can really get yourself out there, and you can build, like I said, building that audience outside of Twitch, but then linking it to your Twitch to kind of like build it up per se. But
Right.
it's just
Hmm.
I don't know. It's something that I've like in the past like gone back and forth on like should I kind of be trying short form content alongside my other stuff? But then I feel like that's something else I have to focus on. So I think for me, I like just working on YouTube would at least give me the practice first, I guess, like with more
Yeah.
editing type of thing and at least getting a couple more things out there first and then maybe
Hmm.
dabble in it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just uh, yeah, who knows?
Perfect. Okay, I got one last question. Oh, Tommy, did you want to chime in? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, because you do such great edits on your main video, you could probably almost take like one 10-second like snippet from it that's like really funny or whatever, and then you just have like a nice outro that's like, oh, I'm live these days or whatever. But to your point, it's like whatever you're comfortable with too. So
Right.
Yeah.
I got one last question for the both of you guys. So
no.
it's
Did
well,
you just say
deal
no?
with it. So with it being the very beginning of 2024, not 2022, 2024 in January, what is your guys' personal streaming / content creation goal for this year? What's something that you want to personally accomplish?
Steph, you want to go first?
Oh, that is a great thing to ask me.
uh
I Well, I think for me, it's just putting out some more videos than I did last year on YouTube, but that also means doing some, streaming on Twitch more.
Right.
Because right before I got married, I was actually trying to do daily streams, and I did it for about 2.5 months, just
That's awesome.
about.
That's impressive. Yeah.
But that was because I was playing Animal Crossing and I was just really dedicated to doing that game. Um, but I'm gonna try and like cut back from doing daily streaming because that was a lot at a time. But I have a couple series that I have in mind that I want to finish for this year. Like, for example, I'm halfway through, but playing 100 days in Animal Crossing. Because
Woohoo, that's a
every
lot.
time, and this is not just New Horizons, people. This is like the GameCube version. This
Uh-huh.
is
Uh-huh.
old
Oh.
school. This is the first one. So I want to make a video out of every single stream of that series. So that's like a bigger video, and that's gonna be like probably like an hour long video to edit or something like that, right?
hmm
And then same thing. I just joined like a Minecraft SMP, so I want to make more content with that on stream and on YouTube. And then the last thing is doing like vlog stuff, which is kind of like crazy sounding, but I
Okay,
have
Casey Neistat.
I know, but it's something that I've always wanted to just at least try. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I just wanted to try it out.
Right. That's
No,
awesome.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Good for you.
thanks.
Yeah, I hope that you're able to accomplish these goals. If not all of them, at least one of them. Like just it's all about growing and bettering yourself. So, Tom, what about you? What's your 2024 goal?
So kind of like Steph, I do have a desire to get a better following on YouTube, but I almost wonder if I'm spreading myself too thin. Or so my wife and I love
Interesting.
watching Shark Tank, and I remember the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Why I can't remember his name, but anyway,
Mark Cuban.
um, thank you. He made a comment to somebody that was presenting their product. You're spreading yourself too thin. You're good. You're trying to be great at so many things and not be amazing at one. And I
Okay.
feel like I need to like just focus on one aspect of content creating. Like still post to everything, but like kind of like what I did here recently. I made one video edit and I posted it to like three different sources basically.
Right.
So what I would love on YouTube is to just double my current subscribers on, and here's kind of why I'm saying I'm spreading myself too thin. I have 4 YouTube channels I'm trying to manage and
Oh
run.
my.
Oh boy, jeez.
Yeah, so my main channel is R0cketman1216, and then I have 3 sub channels under that. So I have the TCG channel, which I'm posting a pack a day on the Shorts channel or on like the YouTube Shorts. And then I have my recommend shorts, which are just clips from Twitch. And then I have the VOD channel, which is straight up from Twitch uploaded to YouTube, no edit whatsoever. So like it's not that it's taking up so much time, it's just I feel like I need to hide, like I just need to narrow my focus down to like maybe one of these like channels, and if I had to choose, it'd probably be the main channel and catch up on all my backlog videos. So if I could post like a video a month, I would be very happy. Like an actual video, not like all my little mini YouTube shorts that I have posted at the moment.
Right.
So
Now it's interesting because I'm currently on your YouTube page looking at all your different things, and I noticed that your main one you got 70 subs right now. That's awesome.
thank you.
But your TCG channel has 379 subscribers.
Yeah, so even if that got to like 500, that'd be great. And so that channel also features Illustrals, which is A Drive's brand new card game that he created. And then I'm actually going to post another box opening that he did, and it was Disney's Lorcana.
Okay.
And that was kind of a different one off. So I'm
Right.
just trying to see what actually hits. And right now I'm hitting the Pokemon community pretty well. But
Nice.
unfortunately, buying booster boxes throughout the course of a year is just like you send me TikToks all the time of me heating up my fireplace with fire energy. So
Showering with water energy.
yeah, showering with water and then putting the fork into the electric energy, but that's beyond that point. So, but yeah, I think if I just hone in on maybe just like, okay, let's just get like a actual video like posted a month, either on the TCG, because I do have a booster box opening that I would like to edit and post and do some other stuff on the back end of things for it.
Right.
Have that posted on the TCG channel and then catch up on all my backlog stuff, because I have video from Sword and Shield, and that's like 3 years
Oh,
old
man.
that I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
even touched.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, it's just like there's so much content to be made. So I'm like, oh, I got to keep playing, but then I don't make the time to edit. So even if I just pause streaming just to do video edits, that might be what ends up happening. So
Yeah, it's
we'll
crazy.
see. It
That's
is.
insane. But you know what's more insane is that you guys stuck around with us for a whole 50 minutes, give or take, and we really appreciate that. The content creation, streaming, social media game is not easy. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and we appreciate all of your support and all of you listeners out there. So thank you so much for listening to Shifting Tones. We really appreciate it. But we're going to give some shout outs real quick to our social medias and where you can find us, because that's the whole point of today's topic is social media, streaming, content creation. So if you guys could be so kind and give a follow to Spiffy and Rocket Man, they would appreciate it. And I know it just goes a long way because, you know, you do an act of kindness and sometimes it's repaid to you in double. So,
Oh well, thank you.
yeah, I'm not done, Steph,
Oh
okay?
well, all right.
You know what?
Then.
If you're sub to Spiffy Stephanie, unsubscribe right now.
That's crazy.
I'm kidding. Please subscribe to Spiffy, Steffi, and Rocketman. So mine is you can find me at Sir Captain Sam, pretty much on all social media platforms. I don't do a whole lot, but if you want to follow me and tell me you heard me on Shifting Tones, please do. Spiffy, where can they find you?
Spiffy Steffi on everything.
That's everything. And our special guest, thank you so much for being here. It was such a pleasure to have you on the show. We're gonna have to have you on again, of course, because we got more things to talk about in the future.
Oh yeah, it was
Ooh,
fun.
fancy.
But where can everybody find you? Where can they follow you? Like, try to break it down for us.
Sure, you can follow me on all social media platforms. I'm most active on Twitter, unfortunately. Maybe I might grow a little bit on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't really post on there much. But Instagram, I have the same handle, and then Twitch as well.
So
and
it's
YouTube.
Rocketman1216, but the O in Rocketman is a 0.
Yes.
So, for all of you out there, if you have a YouTube channel, because I know some of you listen to us via YouTube, it's not a whole lot, but you do. Or if you're listening to us right now, and you have a YouTube account, go and follow these people. It doesn't take a whole lot. It costs you nothing to just follow, maybe watch a video or two. And if you're feeling so lucky, go on to the other platforms, follow them there too. Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, because support is key and it's what makes the world go round, and we love it so much. So thank you guys again so much for listening, and this is Shifting Tones signing out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.